Hi, this is Glenda, and today I'm gonna try to make a liner for this mold that I made out of, cardboard. This is a 4 by 3 cardboard mold, and I made it as a version of like a skinny toe mold. And what I have here, it's a chopping mat from Dollar Tree. It's supposed to be 11 by 14. And I was doing some testing, just folding it, and it seems that if I put it this way, it should go just about all the way in the mold, reversed. So what I'm going to do first is that I'm going to mark where I need to make creases on it to fold it. Alright, so I'm using one of these T rulers, since it'll be able to stick to the side and allow me to do even marks. So I'm going to do a mark at the 4-inch, then count 3 inches, and this should be 4. And I'm gonna do it in a couple of places, maybe 3 places actually. At 4, 1, 2, 3, and then towards the end. Alright, now that I have my marks, I'm going to align the ruler to the top to make sure I have a straight line, and it should be touching those spots, and I'm just gonna go with a marker. Alright, and I'm probably gonna do that on the other side to be even. Okay, now what I need to do is just to create a fold along this line. So I'm going to redo these lines, but now with a pen, so that because it has a metallic point, and it will hopefully, I will be able to score it so that it will give me a place to fold it. And I'm holding onto the ruler very firmly because I don't want it to move as I'm doing this. And it moved a little bit actually. So I'm doing a lot of pressure, and I think it is working slightly, not much. But I'm going to redo it here. Alright, so now I'm going to try to unfold it. Now this is a very thick plastic. And it does seem to be folding right on the line, so that's good. I'm going slow and I'm just making pressure. So I was looking for my bone tool. It's a scrapbooking tool that it works for this kind of thing, but I'm gonna use the scissors, and the handle will actually work just as well. I'm just pressing along that crease to make it more precise. Alright, I think that's pretty good. So now I'm going to do the same thing with the opposite side. Alright, so it looks like it's going to fit, but right now it's too long, so I need to cut about a 3/4 inch on each side. And I'm going to mark it more or less. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to I'm going to try to create a crease as well on this mark. And now I'm going to cut up to that mark that I made. Then I'll fold it in. And I'll just repeat the same thing on the opposite side. But before I do that, I'm going to double check that I am still... See, it looks like I need to be a little bit inside the black line. Okay, so I've been wondering what I was gonna do to cover the edge, this one end, and it seems that if I fold this over, I will almost have it covered, so that if I can just put tape before I make soap, then I shouldn't have much of soap leaking. So I'll do that. I'm going to go ahead and continue this line across each side and do the same thing, fold it in. Okay, it looks like on this side I'm going to have a tight fit, just trying to insert it. So I'm going to attempt to make these two lines on this end a tiny bit closer, just like a milliliter closer to the inside. Alright, it's time to test it. I was so close. But it looks like one of these ends needs to be a little bit more inside. It's definitely better when you do it right the first time. But it shouldn't be impossible to fix. Okay, I've been fighting with this. It seems that once you have one crease into this material, it's really hard to get another one going. But it's almost there. You can see it. You can see the two creases forming. So yeah, definitely measure better than I did. I was sort of playing it by eye. That didn't work. But it looks like I'm almost there, so. Alright, after so much fighting with this plastic, I managed to do that crease in the inside. So it's time to test it again and see if this time it fits. That side went in. And looks like that side is going in. It seems a little bit tight still. So, I don't know. I may just have to start over. However, It seems I'm just a milliliter away. I think the main issue is that I should have gone by the inside measurements rather than the outside measurements of my mold, because I'm still a few millimeters too big for the inside, but you get the idea. So my advice is to try to measure the inside of your mold. Even though this cardboard is fairly thin, it's still about 2 milliliters thick, and that may be all the difference. So on this one side, when I make soap, I'm just gonna put tape here to keep the soap from going into the cardboard, and I'll just do a thicker piece there. What I seem that I will be struggling with is taking it out, because I don't have too much of a handle to get it out. So I may put something underneath to pull it out later. But anyway, that's the liner.